Hey there. Alright, so we're at number 37 now, and it's video number 21 of this particular module, module 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's next on the list. Okay, so we talked about the RSI. Now the relative Vigor index is not really an indicator that I use all the time, so I'm not going to discuss it in this video. The standard deviation, I'm not really going to talk about this one in this video. The volumes I'm not going to be talking about, and the percent range I'm not going to really be talking about, but in this video I'm going to talk about the stochastic oscillator, and in the next video I'm going to talk about just briefly these indicators that I'm not discussing in this particular video. Alright, and then you can do a group conversation about each of these, because they're not going to be reused that much really, to be quite honest, on manual trading based day to day. So let's go ahead and use the stochastic oscillator. Alright, now leave the periods and everything else all default. If anything, just click on reset just to make sure, and then go over to the colors. Okay, and change this color to a sea green, because I believe that's comes in handy for those of us that are colorblind. Now go ahead to the next thickness level. Alright, and then we've got some levels in here as well, so we want to go to the levels tab and go ahead and choose red and leave everything else the same, and then click on OK. And then we can close this window right here. Okay, so this indicator is not bad actually. It's a pretty cool indicator. It's not bad to use as a scalper really. You can come down to like the 1 minute time frame and have this chart open, but also have another one open but on a 5 minute time frame, and then you can work out when to buy and when to sell. Maybe I can put a couple of them back to back and show you an example. Let's go ahead and open up another one and use my template. Come over here. Oops. Let's choose the 5 minute time frame on there, and then go ahead and apply that stochastic indicator onto that one. Okay, so here we could use this to do a bit of scalping and work out basically when to get in. We can take a look at this one here, and let's put that line around about there, and let's get this tool and bring, I need to zoom in on this one, I can't see what's going on. I'll forget that one for the moment. Just move this to the front. Okay, and then let's get that line tool out. At 22:15 happens around about 22:15. Haha, happens right about there. Alright, so we look at these two areas. I don't want. So we see this area here where it crosses at the bottom, and then you can see where this area is also crossed at the bottom. I might need to zoom in just a little bit more on this one. There you go, see where this line I've got my cursor over is the green line, and it crosses over this red line here. And you can see the time, 2011-01 12 22:14. Well, it's close enough. Alright, it's more or less within range. And we've got this one here as well where it crosses over. It's also pretty close, it's almost within range. You can't get in bang within the middle of it, so I've just chose the next highest one. And you can see it's it's done pretty well. I mean, the pip gain on this one here, if you got in, you can get out for 6.5 pips. Alright, and that's scalping. Alright, that's borderline scalping. Alright, but overall, in The way this indicator works is that when you see it hit the top part, it's normally said that the market is overbought, and when the market, when you see the indicator showing coming down to the bottom towards the minus 20 line, or sorry, to the 20 line, it's normally an indication that it's oversold. So the market is going to have to reverse sooner or later. Sometimes you will see it just hover below the 20 line, sometimes you'll see it just hover above the 80 line for quite a while before it starts to come down. So you'll have to be careful when that happens, and it's good to have like a smaller time frame on here and a larger one off of this one, so maybe like the 15-minute, so you can work out, you know, possibly when you can jump in maybe at this point and predict this move going up. Alright, so that's all it really basically is go short when the market goes above the 80 line, but only when it crosses. But you can see here that it doesn't always ring true. It does go short for a little bit, for about 15 pips. So you might want to experiment on higher time frames. But with higher time frames, obviously you need to wait a little bit longer for the signals to appear. So, you know, maybe just get used to maybe opening them and closing them on maybe on smaller time frames, but just understand that on a larger time frame it will suit you a lot better. You'll come off a lot better. But it's also good as well to use like the stochastic in conjunction with another indicator to make an even more robust signal that you can work off. So it only requires you to just take a, you know, a quick snapshot, quick look of what's going on without putting any mathematics through your mind, or, you know, too much over thought technical analysis. You can just go and look at it and go, right, okay, these match up, so now I can go long or short or whatever. Alright, so play around with this for a couple of days. Alright, before we move on to the next video. The next video is just going to be a brief explanation about the other indicators, and then you can talk about those other indicators within that video underneath it. Okay, so I will see you very shortly in the next video. Bye for now.